What's this? Can it be? Is it true? It is. It's real. It's happening. It's a 2D animated movie. Bum 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 bum.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Commander Go review of The Day the Earth Blew Up, a Looney Tunes movie. But first, as usual, I do want to talk about the movie's merch. Now, as I understand it, there was little to no merchandising done for this movie, and Looney Tunes merchandise has not been very abundant lately. But in looking around, I did happen to find 2 pairs of Looney Tunes socks, Tasmanian Devil and Marvin the Martian, at a Dollar Tree. So, for what it's worth, here is our merch search for The Day the Earth Blew Up, a Looney Tunes movie. And now, let's begin the review of The Day the Earth Blew Up, a Looney Tunes movie. Oh, goody. Oh, joy. After all these years, I finally get to blow up the Earth. I've been saving a very special Illudium Pew 36 explosive space modulator just for the occasion. Marvin, I hate to tell you this, but, you're not in this movie. How can that be? Are you telling me that they made a Looney Tunes movie about blowing up the Earth and didn't invite me? I'm afraid so. This makes me angry. Yes, very angry indeed. I think I shall have to give Warner Brothers a very stern talking to. Okay, Marvin, good luck. Oh, and while you're there, talk to them about releasing Coyote vs. Acme, can you? All in good time, Earth creature. By the way, if you would like to see more content about pop culture, movies, and TV, then click that subscribe button. And hey, it just might brighten your day too. And now, on with the show. The Day the Earth Blew Up, a Looney Tunes movie, is a brand new 2D animated feature film made by Warner Brothers Animation and distributed by Ketchup Entertainment. It features the classic Looney Tunes duo of Porky Pig and Daffy Duck, as well as Petunia Pig. The rest of the characters are original to this movie. The movie starts by establishing the relationship between this version of Porky and Daffy. In this story, both were left on the doorstep of a farmer called Farmer Jim as babies. The two were raised together by their beloved father figure, Farmer Jim, until one day Farmer Jim goes away. It's not a death per se, it's more like the time had come for Farmer Jim to become a part of the cosmos. But the point is that he's gone, and he's left the house to Porky and Daffy with instructions to take good care of it. Then, years later, on the eve of a visit from the Community Association, a UFO crashes into their roof, leaving behind a gaping hole and a glowing green goo. The community representative gives the pig and duck 2 days to fix the roof, or the house will be condemned. Porky and Daffy then try to get jobs to pay for the repair. After several failures to hold a job, they wind up working in a bubblegum factory alongside flavor scientist Petunia Pig. There, Daffy witnesses a mind-controlled scientist secretly adding the goo from the UFO to the latest new batch of gum. This turns out to be part of an alien plan for world domination, and only Daffy and Porky can stop it. But their friendship will be tested in the process. The Day the Earth Blew Up is inspired by the early days of Looney Tunes cartoons. The days before Bugs Bunny, when Porky Pig and Daffy Duck were their biggest stars. These were the days when directors Bob Clampett and Tex Avery set the tone for the style of humor in Warner Brothers cartoons. A style that was absurd and surreal, and the animation was very broad and outlandish to reflect this. Later, directors like Chuck Jones, Friz Freleng, and Robert McKimson would refine the Looney Tunes style, injecting more subtlety into the animation, adding more wordplay, and a vaudeville style of comic timing, as well as giving more clearly defined personalities to characters. It was then that Daffy became the greedy, egotistical spotlight hog, and Porky became the put-upon-everyman that we know. You won't see these versions of Porky and Daffy here, though. These are the earlier versions, in which Porky was the unlikely hero and Daffy was just a zany screwball. If you are a fan of those early Porky and Daffy cartoons, though, this movie will be a real treat. It's a loving tribute to that era of Warner Brothers cartoons, with all the bizarre surrealism that implies. The 2D animation brings this strange vision to life perfectly, with all the fluidity and exaggerated squash and stretch movements that the subject matter demands. This movie also seems to have finally cracked the formula for expanding the humor of a Looney Tunes cartoon from a 7-minute short to a feature-length story. I think the trick had to do with the relationship between the characters. By giving Porky and Daffy a friendship that was very important to them, it grounded this otherwise silly story just enough to keep the movie together for its feature-length runtime. I will say that the humor was not quite as funny as I was expecting, though. I still found it funny and entertaining throughout, but my reaction was more of an amused grin than big belly laughs. But that amused grin never left my face until the credits rolled. For fans of animation, especially 2D animation, and fans of Looney Tunes, The Day the Earth Blew Up is a must-see. It's the first 2D animated movie to hit theaters in years, and rumor has it that Warner Brothers has lost interest in animation. It was distributed by the much smaller Ketchup Entertainment rather than by Warner Brothers itself. They are in the process of purging animated content from their streaming service Max, and are refusing to release the completed Looney Tunes movie Coyote vs. Acme, reportedly so that they can take a tax write-off. Could an outpouring of fan support for The Day the Earth Blew Up turn things around for 2D animation? Or is this the last hurrah for 2D animated feature films? Either way, if you are a 2D animation fan, this is the movie you need to see.
Farmer Jim!